My name is Christina Cannon. I'm the Executive Director for Main Street Skowhegan. I wanted to welcome you all this evening and thank you for coming out, even though we have an impending snowstorm that might be starting soon out there, who knows. So we're really excited for tonight and to announce the winner of our Main Street Skowhegan Savings Entrepreneur Challenge. And so thank you for coming and joining us for this. Before we get started, I wanted to recognize some of the dignitaries in the room. We have Representative McCabe is here and Senator Whittemore is here. And then we have delegates Patricia Aho, who is here on behalf of Senator Collins. We have Elizabeth McTaggart here on behalf of Senator King, and Samantha Warren on behalf of Congressman Poliquin. So thank you for coming tonight. We appreciate it. We also have several town officials in the room this evening, and we appreciate your support tremendously. So thank you. Just a little bit of background about Main Street Skowhegan. We're a small nonprofit organization working to revitalize Skowhegan through innovation and economic growth, community engagement, and historic preservation. We are currently working on several initiatives that will enhance business development, promote our town, and increase visitors to our region. Our ultimate objective is to improve the quality of life in Skowhegan. We regularly collaborate with the town and other organizations, and we partner with local businesses to achieve our goals. Skowhegan Savings has been a longtime partner and was integral to the success of the Entrepreneur Challenge. On behalf of Main Street, I'd like to thank Skowhegan Savings for their unwavering support. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce John Witherspoon, President and CEO of Skowhegan Savings Banks.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you to Main Street and the committee that got us to this point. My job has been to sign the check. The only job, that's the only thing I've done. It's the first time I think I've ever knowingly signed a loan that was forgivable. But the mission of Skowhegan Savings is to make our communities a better place to live and work, and one of the ways we do that is to help grow the economy in our area, not just through our loans to businesses and individuals, but in getting involved in activities like this to really try to help build stronger businesses with stronger skill sets. And we have a winner tonight, but I really think everybody's a winner because they've all gotten some great advice and mentoring and coaching through the folks on the committee as well as volunteers that helped out in the community. So thank you very much, and I will introduce Vicki Allward, who has done a lot of work on behalf of the bank on this program. So Vicki.
Hi, and welcome. I'm just going to give a little bit of background on the committee members, the sponsors. There are a lot of community sponsors in the room, and we want to make sure that we acknowledge them. And then also just kind of do a recap of what was the Entrepreneur Challenge, what is the Entrepreneur Challenge, just so that you have an idea of what some of the contestants went through. First, I'd like to make sure that I acknowledge our committee. So we do have a Business Enhancement Committee for Main Street Organization. I'm a member. Obviously, Christina Cannon, the Executive Director, is a member. Sam Height of Height Ford, he'll be talking a little bit later. He is the committee chair. Ed Goff is the owner of Butler's Cleaning Car Wash in Skowhegan and Madison, and Fast Eddie's, his new car wash in Augusta, just opened a few weeks ago. And Patrick Dorr, who is the part owner of the Old Mill Pub and employee of Franklin Savings Bank. And a special thanks to Fawn Wentworth, our marketing officer at the bank, for coordinating some of the events and making sure that she holds us all to task, so we appreciate your efforts there, Fawn. Thank you. Next, I just want to run down the list of program sponsors. Hopefully I don't forget anyone, but I just wanted to let everybody know. So the incentive package is about $20,000 of incentives for the winner of the program. As John mentioned, each one of the contestants, the finalists actually, are going to get some type of awards, and they're also getting some financial advice and some visits from some of our committee members. When we went to visit them, when we reviewed their business plans, we found some things that we thought would be helpful, and we're going to make sure that we follow up with those contestants, and hopefully they get what they need to succeed going forward. So these are the list of sponsors, and we appreciate all of their efforts, their services, and the number of hours they're going to be spending with our not only our winner, but also some of the other contestants. As John mentioned, Skowhegan Savings Bank, we are doing a $10,000 forgivable loan And we're also going to be contributing free deposit account services for 1 year. Main Street Skowhegan, Christina's going to work with the contestants on press releases and also using Main Street as a fiscal sponsor for grant activities. Tax Pro Inc., bookkeeping or payroll services for 1 year have been donated. Beeline Cable, 3 months of internet access and up to 2 phone lines have been provided. Nuff Said Communications, this is a marketing and public relations consultant that actually he used to be the former Main Street director, Dugan Murphy, so he's provided some hours of service. Dion and Son Builders, carpentry service for custom shelving and interior finishes for the storefront. Skowhegan Area Chamber of Commerce, thank you Corey. 1 year of free membership including advertising opportunities at the business launch and also at the opening. Perkins, Townsend, Shea, and Talbot public attorneys, legal consultation including business formation if that was necessary. Night vision photography, standing in the room. 1 hour photo session provided. B&J Properties, which is Brady Chapman is the owner, reduced rent for a Main Street property. Your Designs Unlimited is a website design and development firm, and they've offered some of their services. H&R Block has offered some consulting services. Kai's Carpenter Insurance has offered insurance consulting services to our winner. Computer Improvements, they were able to provide a discount computer for one of the contestants who actually was really needing one. And special thank you for the Bankery and the Old Mill Pub for drinks and food that were provided tonight. So again, thank you very much for everybody in the community. It's a great effort and a great incentive program. So thank you. The easier part for me is summarizing what was the Entrepreneur Challenge. It really broke down into 3 phases, and we called it sort of the pitch, plan, and propose. So at the very beginning, we had a seminar, and it was entitled Starting Your Main Business. And we asked 3 panelists to come up, and as well as the committee members, and we just provided information. So we had an attorney, Warren Shea, was able to provide some information on what is the formation of a business. Do you want to be a sole proprietorship? Do you want to be a corporation? Do you want to be an S Corp? Do you want to be a C Corp? What does that mean to you and your business? And that is a critical piece of starting a business. So we were able to answer some questions on that. We had an insurance agent who was able to go over not only just your property and casualty insurance that all of us are probably more familiar with, but if you have an employee, what does that mean to your insurance needs? If you have a delivery van, what does that mean to your insurance needs? So those details were helpful. We also had a commercial lender that wanted to kind of explain to the contestants, when you go in for a bank financing, what is the bank going to be requesting of you? What do you need in order to show that you're willing to be able to be a good fit for a loan for a bank? So those things were helpful. The panelists, thankfully, are made up of really good community leaders, but also really good business leaders, so they were able to answer a lot of the questions that the panelists had as well. After that Starting Your Main Business seminar, we asked the contestants to come back and do a 5-minute pitch. Some of them were more than 5 minutes, but that's okay. We had a great turnout. We had some interesting questions, and then the panelists were able to ask them just a couple of questions just to get them thinking about maybe more in the line of what they should be included in the second phase. The second phase was creating your main business plan, and for that seminar we actually had Janet Roderick, business coordinator, come and do the presentation. If you've ever heard her speak, she's very detailed on what is included in a business plan and the importance of having a written business plan. Some of the details that were included in the business plan and our discussion was the business summary, description of the product service being offered, what is the research you've done of the industry, and who is your competition. Determination, and this was the big one, what permits do you need, which licenses are required. If you're going to feed people, you need a lot of licenses, and that was a real eye-opener for some of the contestants. And then once you open your business, how are you going to market it? Last, certainly not least, coming from the banker, create the financial plan, including your cash flow projection and what capital you're going to need to start your business. So all of that was included. We got a wealth of information, and all of those ideas, thoughts, and questions were then turned into business plans, which were really fun to read. So the committee actually reviewed those business plans. We actually met with the contestants, and then we decided that we would give them a little bit of advice, and maybe they could update their business plan and resubmit them, and they did. So phase 3 was the final proposal, the final pitch. The contestants, the finalists, got 30 minutes to talk about their business plan, their proposal, in front of a panel, which included not only the Main Street organization and our committee, but some additional members from the community and the town, which was great. So we got some additional feedback there. So that's my summary of the Entrepreneurial Challenge. I'm going to turn it over to Sam Height, who's the chair of the committee, and he'll talk a little bit about the entrepreneurial spirit in town and also the finalists and then the winner.
Thank you, Vicki, and welcome all again. In 1908, Henry Ford produced the first reliable, affordable automobile for the American public, a horseless carriage now available to not only the wealthy few. Ford changed human lifestyle. He allowed America's masses to fulfill their own manifest destinies. As the purest form of an entrepreneur, Ford had the vision and the guts. Ford produced a gasoline-powered car at a time when the horse and carriage was a common mode of transportation. Ford famously stated, "If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse." In 1911, Walter Height began selling Ford's Model T in Skowhegan. Height, like Ford, looked past the livery stalls, feed and hay business, and towards the motor car revolution. 105 years later, Skowhegan is undergoing a new and fresh entrepreneurial movement. As I look around the room, I see many entrepreneurs here. We have Amber Lamke, president and owner of Maine Grains, Matt Dubois, owner of the Bankery in Skowhegan Fleur East, and Rick Ansel, founder of High Tech Software. Taking the lessons from my great-grandfather's own entrepreneurial energy and foresight, along with the rising tide of new business energy in Skowhegan, I, along with my great team, initiated this challenge, supported by Skowhegan Savings and Main Street Skowhegan. It was our hope that this challenge would not only support our contestants and their businesses, but strengthen the entrepreneurial leadership in the community and inspire new businesses to join in the economic revitalization in Skowhegan. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the contestants, the sponsors, the selection committee, and supporters in the room, not only as a Main Street Skowhegan board member or as a Skowhegan Savings Corporator, but as a local business owner, a resident of the area, and more importantly, a believer in Skowhegan. I'd also like to personally thank the selection committee. First, the members of Main Street Skowhegan, Christina Cannon, Patrick Dorr, Ed Goff, Matthew Dubois, and Vicki Allward, as well as Christine Allman, the town manager of Skowhegan, Jeff Hewitt, the director of economic and community development in Skowhegan, and Darla Pickett, a member of Skowhegan's Board of Selectmen. It is these coordinated efforts that will strengthen Skowhegan's chances for economic growth in the future. My biggest thank you goes towards the finalists for their hard work, their devotion, their dedication to Skowhegan. And I'll highlight the 4 finalists. First, we got DowntownDelivery.me. We've got Justin Richard back here in the corner. He is preparing to launch DowntownDelivery.me, an affordable restaurant delivery service with a secure web-based ordering platform and built-in marketing tool. Justin will present his delivery service and marketing capabilities to Skowhegan restaurant owners to build future partnerships. The next is Ginny's Natural Corner. Ginny was unable to make it today due to family medical concerns. Virginia Jewell, or Ginny, as we all call her, is planning to expand her health food store, Ginny's Natural Corner, here downtown. Concerned about Somerset County health statistics, she plans to offer services to the community, including cooking courses to show families how to prepare healthy foods and other educational, informational, and networking opportunities. Ginny intends to expand sales to include healthy soups, sandwiches, and wraps. Next, the Maine Barkery. Amanda Clark, owner of the Maine Barkery, is planning to expand her business from her home to downtown Skowhegan this spring. The Maine Barkery makes all natural dog treats from locally sourced ingredients, selling them wholesale to more than a dozen businesses across the state. Moving to a larger location will enable her to increase production and add retail space to sell treats and other locally made healthy dog products. Finally, Mesh Earth. Nancy Baxter was also unable to attend due to a work conflict. Nancy Blaisdell-Baxter started Mesh Earth, an independent film company that celebrates rural Maine living and community connections through video portraits of people teaching life skills and lost arts. Nancy is passionate about promoting Maine and wants to use her films to engage local people and attract visitors to Skowhegan. Before announcing the winner, I will leave you with one more entrepreneurial quote from Walt Disney, fitting of this challenge and fitting of my speech. He said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." It is with my great honor that I announce the winner of the Main Street Skowhegan Savings Entrepreneur Challenge to Amanda Clark from the Barkery. Amanda will be opening this spring at 134 Water Street. Congratulations to you, Amanda, and to the rest of our contestants. Now we have a couple other people that would like to say something. The first, I will pass it over to Samantha Warren, District Director for Congressman Bruce Poliquin. To the podium for some words.
I am speaking today really because of fortuitous timing. Less than 2 weeks ago, Congressman Poliquin and I were in Skowhegan to visit Amber and see the incredible things that she is doing at Maine Grains. And then we had the honor of getting a tour of some of the Main Street businesses with Christina. And we were fortunate enough to meet Amanda. And it was kind of a funny story, which I'll share with you if you promise not to tell outside this room, because it's a little embarrassing for my boss, as Christina and Amanda and Matt can remember. But when Christina brought us into the bakery and all these wonderful treats, of course, she had to introduce us to Amanda, who was out back. I think you were working on some cakes or something like that. And the congressman's eye was caught by a display that you guys have kindly allowed Amanda to have in your business, featuring her dog treats. And so Christina made the introduction, and as we were talking to Amanda, she was telling us all the wonderful things that go into these dog treats. Maine Grains, oat flour from Maine Grains, which we had just visited and learned all about, all the wonderful things that they were doing, and then wild Maine blueberries and local vegetables and carrots and sweet potatoes and other things. And she said, these are all ingredients I would use to feed my own family. Well, that sparked my boss's interest. And so he ripped open a bag and gave them a try right there. And not only did he sample them, but he insisted that everyone else at your store trying to enjoy, red velvet cupcakes or cookies or whatever, also try a biscuit, which is, I think, a first. And his review for Amanda's interest and all of yours is that they are tasty, but a bit dry. So he wanted me to congratulate you, because he was so excited to meet you and is so excited that you are taking a risk in starting a small business, which is no easy feat, as all of us know. And he's really excited to see you do what you love and make a living doing what you love, not just in your home in Smithfield, but coming to downtown Skowhegan. So he insisted that I brave the storm and come up from Lewiston today. And he also wanted me to thank Skowhegan Savings Bank and Christina and all of the partners who supported this package for encouraging entrepreneurship, innovation, and investment in Somerset County. We were both so struck by all that's happening in Skowhegan. And we're excited to come back when your storefront is open. But there are really exciting things happening here as people are collaborating more than ever to improve the economy and the quality of life and the opportunities in Somerset County. So congratulations to you. He sent along this picture of the two of you, and it says, I'm trying to read his writing, congrats on starting your own small business. It was an honor to meet you, and I'm so excited to see you grow. Biscuits tasted great, though a bit dry.
Next up, Jeff McCabe. He's got something.
He says that like with a little bit of hesitation. What did McCabe bring? Well, it's great to be here and celebrate this this great achievement. I'm really excited to see all the people that were involved and engaged in this. Many people in the community know that I am a Main Street groupie. I have been for a while. I also have the ability to represent Skowhegan in the main house, and people really look at the success of this program and they want to duplicate it. They're excited to see what we've done, really writing the comeback story for Main Street, and then the ripple effect throughout town. So for me, this is pretty exciting, having known Amanda for a while, having seen her leave for a little bit to come back and to make creations and provide so much for this community, both good and probably, you know, not so good for some of us. But in this next chapter is really exciting because as I travel around, I see your products, and I think, you know, here's another Skowhegan-based product. So today I thought, you know, what can I do? So I brought you a Maine State flag, flown over the Capitol, and then there's also a letter here that includes a reference to my dog. But I also wanted to recognize your husband as well for his commitment to community and for being part of the Jobs for Maine Grads program, and really just the partnership that you both provide to this community, and say thank you to both of you. So thank you, and to your dog as well. You don't have to come out. You're welcome. Congratulations.
So thank you all again. And Amanda, would you like to say something?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you. That's a good place to start, I think. This program has been a real challenge for most of it. I've been putting off doing my business plan for about a year. I've just been like working on a home, like trying to grow it slowly, but this really gave me the push I needed to expand. So really appreciative to Skowhegan Savings and Main Street Skowhegan, and I look forward to seeing where this goes, and hopefully I'll make you proud.
And your dog. And your dog. You want the dog?
Yep.
Can the committee come up?
Okay, you're fine.
Fight over it.
All right.
There you go.
Hang on tight, Amanda.
Verbiage trying to get on one thing.
What's the dog's name?
Chase.
The cameras, my God.
Nice.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're down. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I couldn't see her. Hiding. Don't upstage the dog.
Can't smile anymore.
All right, that's it.
Thank you very much. Make sure everybody takes a treat, have some coffee. Feel free to stay and talk if you want.
Congratulations.